Good evening. So we reached the final session. I'm Dr. Mohan. I'm a neurologist and co-founder of a startup, MCare Apps. We make mobile apps for care providers in medical emergencies like stroke. So I'll proceed to the last session for today. It's on hospital electrical safety by Mr. Aghiles Chelil. He is from Schneider Electric. He is the healthcare services business manager and vast experience in the electrical distribution, modernization, and safety aspects. So over to him on the topic.
Everyone, thank you very much for attending this CAHO webinar, and honored to be with you to talk about the path towards optimum hospital electrical safety with new technologies beyond the device with field and digital services. My name is Aghiles Chelil. I'm a services business manager, solving every day all around the world healthcare customer problems in the digitization, electrification, decarbonization journey. Have 15 years of experience in services, including digital services, with expertise in electrical distribution modernization. Let me first start with what I hear from healthcare customers, healthcare key stakeholders, more precisely, on what is shaping the future of healthcare. They're telling me there is a surge in aging population, a security threat, cybersecurity notably, a shortage of workers, net zero ambition, and an ever-growing people-centric care, with recently raising concerns about energy costs. So what we have done is translated and summarized into 4 pillars these trends and recent concern as a foundation of the healthcare of the future, with digitization as a key enabler. And healthcare key stakeholders are looking for more people centricity, more efficiency, more resiliency, and more sustainability. If we go to the next slide, specifically on the people centricity aspect, we have comfort on the people centricity aspect. As I was saying, we have comfort and safety as well being factors for the healing environment. And today, we are going to have an emphasis on electrical safety, notably on shock risk and fire risk. But to address those risks and jump into more technology detailed area, I think the human factor is important, and how to go through a thought process, taking into account the following, starting with, am I aware as a healthcare key stakeholders about those risks? Then do I acknowledge the consequence of those risks for the patient, for the staff, for the facility? And ask yourself also, where do I stand? Okay? If a fire happens, what will I do? Am I prepared? Do we have a risk management plan in place? So if you go through this process, awareness, acknowledgement, and where do I stand, now you're ready to move towards an optimum hospital electrical safety. On this journey, we have 3 steps and 3 levels to consider: devices, field services, and digital services at operator, equipment, and facility levels. Technology is fantastic, but the human factor has to be taken into account. From an operator perspective, training is fundamental on how to maintain, operate safely, and this is instrumental when it's combined with the development of what I will call a crisis management skills. So to move from emotional to rational when the crisis happens, and you can see on the screen there are some digital video game type digital tools that help you to anticipate crisis, and so that you're ready when this is really happening. But beyond that, and to maintain operational excellence and also consistency, we have augmented operator advisors tools, which are now a reality, I would say even an augmented reality with a smartphone, a tablet, or smart glasses. And this gives you access to contextual information, remote expertise, step-by-step procedure when you're maintaining, it appears, an environment in augmented reality on the glasses, for example. And we also have a 3D digital twin to this. Now, equipment, on another click, please. At equipment and facility level, the first step is safety-driven electrical devices with arc flash protection relays, continuous thermal monitoring, overall sensors for thermal, but also environment, for overheating, combined with insulation monitoring, which are definitely critical in the operating theater. There, our goal is to keep the failure rates of the assets at the lower level all along the life cycle and extend the lifetime. So at the beginning of this life cycle, installation and commissioning is instrumental. Then having a service plan, basically a time-based maintenance to keep the failure rate at the lowest level possible, and modernize at the end of the life cycle of your assets, of your equipment, before obsolescence. If you combine it with consulting activities such as audits, obsolescence for obsolescence and safety, combined with arc flash studies, for example, or even a coordination study. And on top of that, electrical distribution, electrical digital twin services, converting your paper single light diagram into an intelligent, interactive online version and keeping up to date your single light diagram to minimize the operational risk. So again, for equipment and safety, we have devices as a starting point, then the field services, good installation commissioning, time-based maintenance, modernization, and consulting, audits, studies, arc flash studies notably, and online single light diagram, which is updated regularly. From there, we are reaching the top layer in terms of digital services called electrical structure service plan. With EcoStruxure service plan, you are moving your classic maintenance, time-based maintenance, into a condition-based maintenance to make your operation more efficient and safer while making your business more resilient and sustainable. The first step is, as I mentioned before, to connect to the cloud with the sensors, the relays. From there, the data is collected and processed, resulting in one, meaningful analysis, second, warning notification if something goes wrong, and three, a synthetic dashboard. All this is empowering you to take action, leveraging real-time information, periodic reports, and expert recommendation. Now, you can you may ask yourself, okay, great, we've seen that all the time, connect, analysis, warning, take action, dashboard, so what? Give us a real example. This is the fire risk index. So what is showing you, it's pretty simple. You can see here, you are at a level 3 in terms of risk of electrical fire. And it's calculated from the connected sensors and the protection relay, as I mentioned before, and it's associated to a level of monitoring. The higher the monitoring level is, the more accurate the fire index is. So basically, to sum it up, the more assets are connected, the more accurate the data about the risk is, more accurate this data will be in terms of electrical fire risk. And what you can see is the following. If you look on the right, you have a dashboard showing you for LV panel, column 1, 2, and 3. Column 2, column 3, very fine, but column 1, there is an urgent need to check the installation, as there are cable overheating, there are problem with the connections. So need to check before something dangerous happen to your installation. Okay. As a wrap up, digitization is a key enabler of optimum electrical safety. It has the benefits of also have the benefits of improving efficiency, less maintenance, and more energy savings. Also improving resiliency, up to 75 electrical failure risk mitigated, thanks to if you follow this full path, and eventually more sustainability, up to 25% reduction in greenhouse gas emission. As a conclusion, I would say in the next slide, please don't wait your installation to be old or in a bad shape to start the safety journey. Be engaged all along the life cycle, starting from the design phase, the building phase, and as early as possible in the operate and maintain phase of your installation to address the optimum safety outcomes, which is fundamental, but also have a benefit in terms of efficiency, resiliency, and sustainability. Okay, address this not only from a technology perspective, okay, equipment, facility, but also from a people perspective, operator, with patient as a central focus always, and make that transformation happen towards optimum safety through connected device, field services, don't forget to maintain, and consulting, and eventually digital services connected to the cloud with insights. With that, you can create a virtuous loop at a facility level or at multi-facility level, basically organization. All right, that's it for me. I would like to thank you for attending.
Thank you, Mr. Aghiles, for sharing your insights in this important field of building electrical safety.